The first day I tried this stew, I always craved it because it was so delicious. Welcome back to our channel. So today we are diving into the vibrant world of cooking with one of Mother Earth's most exciting and delicious ingredients, and that is pumpkin. Yes, pumpkins are known to be very delicious ingredients that you can use for different recipes, and today we are using our pumpkins for stew. You heard me right. Today we are trying pumpkin stew. So whether you are a seasoned chef or a newbie, this recipe promises to tantalize your taste buds, and not just that, it will elevate your soul. Before we get into our cooking, let's look at some health benefits of pumpkins. Pumpkins are rich in vitamin A and vitamin C, and that will help your immune system. It helps to build your immune system when you eat this delicious veggies, and beyond that, it gives you a glowing skin. Your skin will be glowing. Not to even talk about the fiber in pumpkins. The fiber is great. It helps in digestion. So why won't you try this? Why won't you try this? Are you in Africa? To be in Nigeria specifically, sorry. If you are in Africa and Nigeria specifically, and you are wondering where can I get pumpkins from, for me, I know majorly you can get pumpkins from the north. They farm it and it's very delicious. So while we have learned a little about pumpkins, why can't we just dive into the kitchen and begin our pumpkin stew? Make sure you watch to the end, because I am sure once you try this, you will always want to have it. Let's go. For this amazing pumpkin stew, you will need a fresh pumpkin. I will do another video where you can use dry pumpkin to achieve something delicious also, delicious pumpkin stew. So for this recipe, we are using fresh pumpkins. See how big this our pumpkin is. You can decide to peel off the back or you cook it with the back. For me, I am cooking mine with the back, and that's why I had to give it a very quick rinse. Even if you are going to peel yours, it is also very important to wash off the dust, the dirt on the pumpkin. You slice it because this one is big. You have different sizes of pumpkin. For this slice, this particular pumpkin, it's a big one. So after cutting it, you slice it into small sizes. Yes, first of all, you can decide to remove your pumpkin seed. I have another amazing recipe for that one, like the recipe choke. So let's just continue slicing our pumpkins first. So the reason why you have to cut it into smaller pieces like this is to allow your pumpkins to cook evenly, so that the heat will distribute evenly to the pumpkins and you will get everything ready at once. And this will help to give you a very smooth texture. It will give you that smooth texture to your stew. So that's why you have to cut it into smaller chunks like this, smaller pieces. You dice it into smaller pieces like this. The work looks hard, but it's not hard, I promise you. Once you have a sharp knife, you are good to go. The pumpkins are not hard at all. And you know, another amazing thing with pumpkins is that you can buy your pumpkin and now allow it to stay for a long time. It doesn't get spoiled quick. If you know how to store pumpkins, you can buy a pumpkin and just keep it for 1 whole year and it will not get spoiled. You heard me right. Your pumpkin will not get spoiled. So you keep dicing and get the right quantity you want. So after dicing your pumpkins, when you are through dicing the pumpkins, the next thing you have to do will be to wash your pumpkins. Make sure you wash them well. I know remember that you had already washed the bag before now, but you can never wash too much. It's not like the nutrients are going away if you wash it. After washing the pumpkins, you keep it on fire, let it start cooking. The next thing will be to wash your protein and arrange them like so. So today I am using chicken thighs for this amazing stew. Chicken thighs just have a way of giving your food another level, another taste. I didn't do so much seasoning for this my stew because the pumpkin itself is delicious. You don't need too much. You don't need to spice or season your protein that much because the pumpkin itself it's amazing. It's really amazing. So when your pumpkin is soft, you take it out and peel off the back. You could use the back, but for me, I'm not using the back. And this is what you get after peeling off the back of the pumpkin. And it's actually easier to boil first before you peel. It makes it easier. You give it a quick blend. To your pot, you add in your oil and add some diced onions to it. This is pepper. You add in your pepper mix. This recipe does not need tomato. Let me let you know that. So this is my pepper mix. We want it a little bit hot, but if you don't like pepper, you can always skip this part. But for me, I like my stew a little bit hot. So allow your pepper to fry a little. Just keep stirring so that it doesn't burn. And now you add the star to your dish, which is your blended pumpkin. You keep stirring and allow it to cook for a while. Can you see how thick this is? This is really thick, like really thick. You now add your seasoning, whatever seasoning you have to add, you add. Just your own taste. At this point, you are the master. Then you're now adding your protein. This recipe is so simple and yet super delicious. Like, you need very little effort and the result is mind-blowing. So you just add your protein and your meat stock to your stew and just allow it to cook. You cover it and allow it to cook. You could stir at different times and your stew is good. I had mine with rice and beans. Guys, this food is amazing. Like I said in the introduction, if you try this stew, I bet you will always want to have more and more. If you're not careful, you will overfeed.